Hey everybody, we are back. We took a little bit of time off. We had some rains come in and it saturated the backyard. Everything's starting to dry out now, but what we've got going on is we have ordered everything for our new fireplace that's going to go in. Now what I want to do is turn this thing around, show you what we got going on, and show you kind of what we're looking to do, the old shape and the new shape of the fireplace. So it's completely different. We're going from rounded hearth to a completely square hearth, and it's going to look really, really cool. Let me turn this thing around. Check this out. Okay, there you go. So you can see the outline of the old fireplace had a lot of curves and things like that to it. And it came around in the front, it curved really, really deep here. And then what we're going to do is turn this thing into more of a squared or a rectangle structure, but we're going to keep it in the same spot. So we're going to be able to use a lot of the same pad. Now what we're going to end up doing is we're going to be able to cut a lot of this dirt out, and we'll be able to frame that section in with some additional wood and pour some additional concrete tying in to this structure here, or that slab portion right there. Now we do have the old fireplace that came across the top of the flagstone, and we're going to go ahead and leave that because that flagstone supported the old fireplace for more than a decade. So we're going to go ahead and utilize that because we know it's sturdy. So what we'll do is we'll take a saw and we'll saw cut this right here. So if we ever do want to take any of this out, we certainly can. Well, we may or may not saw that. And then we're going to have to add a little bit of concrete here, or we may just cut this section off right here and just add a new piece right there. So what we will do is we'll tie into the old concrete horizontally by drilling into the old concrete and then putting rebar in, and that rebar will extend into the new pour where we will then have additional concrete, and then one won't move over. I guess when one moves, they'll both move. So hopefully we don't have any movement, because that's ultimately what we want. So we are getting really close. I've ordered all the stuff. It's coming from Lowe's. Now with Lowe's, sometimes you'll be able to, shop around in certain stores, but it's being delivered, so it doesn't matter what store it's bought from. Now we got probably a couple hundred 8816 blocks. We've got some 888 blocks, and we've got some cap blocks. We've got a lot of the steel that's coming. So we've got probably maybe 80 feet of rebar coming and a bunch of angle iron coming as well. And it's all going to be coming on one truck. The mortar, the concrete, all the block, everything's coming. So it's going to be really cool. We're going to start building this thing here just in a few days. So we're really excited about that. In the meantime, I'm going to need to do a little excavating, kind of break this thing up, get some of this dirt out of here so we can figure out how much concrete we have to pour in addition to what we already have. So we are getting super excited about this new fireplace going in, and then after that the pool's going to start. We're going to have to do a lot of that work on the pool is going to be done here soon. It's going to be done after the fireplace is done though. So stay tuned. This is going to be a blast. We are really, really excited about this, and we're super excited to have everybody see this and tell us what you think. We're really excited to hear what you guys are thinking. If you like the build, great. If you don't, let us know. If you have any ideas, let us know what those are. We want to hear from you. Take care, and we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye. All right, so we are getting one step closer. We've been working on the little bit of dirt movement. It's not that much. It's just a little tiny bit of excavation that we needed to do so we could add some concrete to the existing concrete that's already down from the old fireplace. We'll be able to have our new established pad for the new fireplace we're going to build. So here we go. We flip this around so you can see what we got going. Okay, so you can see where the corners would have been right here and right there. And so what we've done is just excavated down. Now, southern Arizona, we are rather spoiled here because that's really all the deeper we need to go. We don't have to worry about frost line. We don't have to worry about frozen ground. We don't have to worry about excessive rainfall and slope and soil type and all the other things that go along with cold weather climates or really wet climates. Our average rainfall in southern Arizona, where we are, is probably no more than 9 to 12 inches a year. So other people will get that in a month sometimes, or even less. So we're pretty spoiled. Our ground is already super hard, and just the only reason that made it kind of easy to dig this out is because we have had a little bit of rain in the last few weeks, and it's still kind of saturated, a little bit of wet. So, so what we've got is no more than about a 3 or 4 inch thick pad that we're going to have to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a masonry bit and I'm going to drill in that way, right into the existing concrete, and then I'm going to drive rebar into those holes. The rebar is going to extend out this way, and then when I pour the new concrete in there, then it won't move. They will end up, if one does move, and this one's been down for probably 12 years, if that moves, then the other one's going to move with it. So it's just a small little corner piece. What up, doggy? And it's a small little corner piece, so it's not going to have that much. It's just going to be a little bit of the hearth. The seating area is going to go right there, as well as that other corner over there. So the majority of the weight of the fireplace is going to be in the center section of that structure. So anyway, so that's what we got. So we're going to go ahead and fill this with concrete in the next little segment here in the next day or so when the concrete shows up from the truck. And then we're going to be able to get that finished up, and we'll probably just use some of this rebar. That rebar right there, this is a number 3 rebar, because that's 3/8 of an inch. And that number 3 rebar came out of the existing pool deck concrete. So when we smashed that pool deck concrete out, we ended up with probably 20 or 30 feet of rebar left over that came out of that concrete. So it was all inside here. Whoa, off to the races. All right, anyway, so that's what we got going on. I hope everybody likes it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's a beautiful day today. It's in the middle of the winter, and in southern Arizona, we are spoiled because we're in short sleeve shirts. It's 70 some odd degrees out right now, and it is in the middle of January, and we are spoiled. So I apologize for those of you that are frozen in. We are not, and this is kind of what we get in southern Arizona. Move down here if you want to experience this stuff. It's awesome. So, talk to you later. Be on the lookout. Later. we got a delivery today. So the guy named Aaron, he was the driver for the Lowe's truck, showed up, and very nice guy, by the way, very nice. Shout out to Aaron from Lowe's, driver here in Tucson, great guy. So he shows up with a flatbed, and he has all of our fun stuff on here for our fireplace. So all the materials we're gonna need, for the most part, to build the rough structure is all on, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 pallets. Now we've got 8/8/16 block. Now this is the main block that we're gonna be using to build the fireplace. We've got 200 of these things, and those are the 8/8/16s. And then we've got some cap block. These are the 8/2/16s, and then we've got 888s, which are the 8/8/8 blocks. Those are going to be used in the construction. They only had one piece of the angle iron we needed, so we're going to be bringing one more to us when it comes in. And then we've got a ton, actually a couple tons, of the Quikrete products. I use Quikrete a lot just because it's super simple. It's the stuff that is just add water, concrete, and mortar mix. So I use that almost regularly when I build. It's just so easy just to add the water and be done. You don't have to have a mound of sand and a mound of concrete and all kinds of garbage in your driveway. So I just use the just add water. That's the pro tip of the day. That's the way I go, and it works. So another thing we did is we got extended lengths of rebar. Now that is that stuff right there. So I get 20-foot lengths, and then I use my little tiny grinder with a metal blade on there to go ahead and cut those to length, to whatever lengths we need. And actually I use that to cut the angle iron as well. So there you go. I'm looking forward to getting this started. We're gonna move all this to the backyard in a little bit. So we're gonna be creating the fireplace in the next few days. We need to solidify the footprint. I did show you that footprint where I cut the corners out. We were gonna extend that pad just a little bit. I'm not 100% sure that the project manager, otherwise known as Shannon, is going to want it that wide. So we may adjust this a little bit. We may need a little bit less concrete than we have planned for on this square or on this rectangle cutout. So it may or may not be that big. We may actually make it maybe 16 inches less wide overall. So that's where we are. Hope you're enjoying it. We'll talk to you soon. Enjoy the next tidbit. Later. In case anybody was wondering about the cost of the rough materials that we received for the fireplace, so all the block, the mortar, the steel, and the concrete that you saw on the 4 pallets, we went to Lowe's for that. Lowe's has been generally really good to us. Their pricing here in Tucson is really competitive, and we have kind of just gone with them just because it's easy. Prior military, I get 10% off, so it's actually kind of nice. You spend $1,000, you get $100 off, and that generally will be a portion of the tax plus the delivery fee. So we tend to go to Lowe's a lot for the big stuff like this, like what you saw in the pallets. So the rough material build, minus some of the stuff as far as the veneer and minus the fire brick and stuff, we tend to go more with the Lowe's and sometimes even Home Depot. But Lowe's is closer to us, and we've just gotten to know those people there, so we go there. Now, what I want to do is show you a little bit of what we've got. So this ended up being a total, I don't know if you can see that, $896. So $896 was the rough material, and that's obviously going to be minus 3 things. It's going to be minus the slab that ultimately someone would need to pour, so that would be an additional cost, and then the veneer over the entire structure, so what you want the structure to look like in the end. So whether you want stone veneer, whether you want stucco, or whatever you want on the thing, that's not included in this price. And then the last thing is going to be the fire brick. So the fire brick is going to go inside the firebox. And that is going to be also something we need to buy from another source here in Tucson. We've got a place that we go to for that. So we hope to show you that as well. But that is the pricing. I just wanted to kind of go over that with everybody so you can kind of see how inexpensive this portion of the build is going to be. But it's going to be super, super focal point wise. It's going to be an amazing part of this build. So anyway, it's pretty cheap when you think about what you're getting and how much you're spending. So there you go. Hope you like it. Let's get back at it. Holy cow. Okay, I've got the first, I don't know, maybe 10 blocks, and I've got 15 bags of mortar done. And I was, I don't know if you even saw it on the camera, but I hit my shin on the edge of the wheelbarrow, and I gotta show you this. It's a big old lump now, right there. I don't know if you can even see that. If I go to the side, oh yeah, you can see that lump right there. Whew. That's painful. That hurts a little bit. Yeah, that baby's a big old lump. Yeah, that's gonna leave a mark. It already has. But hey, if that's the worst thing that happens to me today, I'm doing pretty good. So I'm just gonna keep on plugging away. I got 15 bags of mortar, now I got 15 bags of concrete. Then I'll start working on all the 8/8/16 blocks. So we are doing pretty darn good so far. Anyway, a little bit of pain, a little bit of blood, a little bit of sweat, a little bit of tears. This job will be amazing. Talk at you. Okay, so I'm done. Decided to take a little break, but only a break after I was finished. So I did about 200 block, and then maybe, see, 4, 5, maybe 10 cap block, 4 888s, 40 feet of rebar, 48, well, let's see, 60 times 10, 20, 30. It's about almost 2 tons of concrete and mortar. Well, 1 ton, sorry, 2,000 pounds of concrete and mortar that I moved back here. And then I moved all the pallets and stacked those up and got those all done. So we are effectively finished moving everything to the backyard from the front yard. And the reason I did that is I don't think that I want somebody to come by with a trailer in the middle of the night who decide that maybe they want the block more than me. So I figure I'd just bring it back here. And now it's close to the work site, which is right there. And I start building in probably another day or 2 or 3, something like that, whenever we solidify this footprint. My leg still flipping hurts from where I cranked it on the wheelbarrow. I'll show it to you. It's the bruise is still there, and the let's see if you can even see that. I don't even know if I guess you can. Yeah. So that bruise is pretty big. That thing is monstrous. It's all the way around, so, and it's about the size of a quarter right here, all swollen. That hurt. I hit it on the wheelbarrow handle when I was stepping over the top of it to open the gate, and that hurts so bad. But hey, if that's the worst thing that happens to me today, I'm doing pretty good. So I guess this is going to be the end of this video, and we will get on with the next one once we start building. And I hope you guys are having fun watching me move block and hurt my leg. Anyway, I'll let the dogs play around a little bit more, and we'll keep going. Later, until next time, bye.